besoin de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien.
Greetings, gentle viewers, asshole kids, and a pet psychic. Sounds like a Hagan review. Good thing I'm watching Saint Clara!
No matter what the name suggests, it's not a Stephen Moffat autobiography dealing with his latter years on Doctor Who.
Cunt. Anyway.
This is Israeli, and imagine if David Lynch tried to direct a romance between two 13-year-olds. And then stop imagining that because this exists. And oh, sweet, certain man's second cousin Joelle worked on this! We open in a school, and it looks like it's been designed to drive its inhabitants mad, and it slowly dawns on me that the camera isn't pulling back. Oh no, it's trying to escape the soundtrack. Ah, the riffs have surprisingly sharp teeth! Run, children, get away from the soundtrack before it eats you too! Also, I wish you luck in your efforts to smack the whole fucking country with those bags! So everyone in the class is in trouble because they all get perfect marks in a test. Because there's nothing a school hates more than success. The teacher, Ed Glazer's dad, is A, suspicious, and B, pissed off. That's why he brought a mafia hitman in to scare the kids.
וכמו בכל מעשה מרגלות, יש את המוביל ויש את ההמון המוסע.
עדר חזירי הבר המסריחים. עכשיו אם יש בכיתה הזאת חזיר בר שרוצה פעם להיות נפוליון, שיקום עכשיו ויודע.
Really, movie? Animal Farm, one fucking review after Hookers in Revolt?
I know it's not technically your fault because he came out in like 1996 or something, but still! Anyway, Napoleon wasn't the founder of the revolt. He took over afterwards. You really need to be asking after Snowball. So they assume class-wide cheating, and that's fair enough, but then they spend days grilling every student in the class rather than just giving them all detention or shooting 10% of them in the head. And then, on top of all that, the principal's interrogation technique looks more like attempted seduction than anything else.
לפעמים אני מסתובבת ברחוב ופשוט נדהמת איך גברים בגיל של אבא שלי מסובבים את הראש כשהם רואים אותי.
תרגי, כן? בסך הכל מנסה לשמור על ערנות ביחס למצב הנפשי של התלמידים שלי.
Likes, dislikes, allergies, and whether their turn-ons include garish red suits.
He also seems to think that criminals operate like the Sith.
בכל פשע יש מספר 1 ומספר 2. מספר 1 אחראי לתכנון. מספר 2 הוא העבד. השוויש.
If he's gonna spend the first 10 minutes of the movie asking pointless fucking questions, he could at least inquire as to whether they killed off all the trees in Israel to make this office, or just most of them.
היית פעם מאוהב, תיקל?
Stop trying to seduce your students. This is not a Jimmy Screamer Claus movie. It's not gonna work.
Man, please, can you just get to threatening them with the cement shoes, see? So we can all go the fuck home. This kid. I sort of veer between laughing at his oh-so-earnest attempts to be a one-boy trenchcoat mafia and just wanting to adopt him, so I can laugh directly in his face about it. So, 10 minutes in and we meet Clara. Now, the movie seems to think that no one cheated in the test because Clara is psychic and worked out the answers using her powers. Now, either she automatically projects her thoughts into the others, or she told the others about the answers and is still fucking cheating. Regardless, we have 80 more minutes for Clara to renounce her demonic abilities, to convert to Catholicism and be canonized, or the film's title won't make any fucking sense. And a film featuring a woman dressed like a chimney brush can't have a title that doesn't make sense.
Unless this isn't Israel at all, but is actually offbeat 1990s Cinemaland. Have you ever been? The people are absolutely wonderful, very strange, but wonderful, and the food is fucking amazing. Just don't insult King Gregoraki, because people have been jailed, and far worse, for less.
תגיד אבא, אתה חושב שמישהו יכול לנבא את העתיד?
Son, I've told you before, it's impossible to predict the future, and this movie we're in is a hoax. If any of us really existed, you wouldn't be generating the same darts and throwing them into the wall over and over and over a fucking again. Ergo, none of us exist, and neither does the review.
Oh, people, I'm famous. Oh, people, the Who, gotta finish it.
What?
Now, people, and the little thing, you gotta talk to them about the film.
Oh, Saint fuck off, Clara. Yeah, okay.
1 minute.
Okay. Tell the band to continue on without me.
I will, mistress.
You guys are fucking lucky. Let's eviscerate this bitch.
The trio of punks, Eric Klebold, Dylan Harris, and her in the flight hat, have developed a serious interest in seismology. An interest so serious that they can create physically impossible binocular shots. They're 5 stories down. Unless that machine is on the ceiling, this makes no fucking sense. The next day, they reveal that pollution's got so bad that they had to take a medical condition to the hospital. And I could be talking about the conversation between him and his dad. Or that half the shots of this feel like a cover version of stuff done by Stanley Kubrick. But really, I'm just hypnotized by the dad's coat.
It's pretty.
Look at that man. It's like a Wall Street remake starring Eric Estrada. So the kids crucify a girl who's not Clara, and even worse, spray her. Oh, what a spray! What a lovely, lovely spray! They're sure she told the school about the test cheating, but there are some problems. And the fact that no one gets expelled for trying to set her on fire is only 3 of them. 1. She didn't inform. 2. If she did, then why would they know? No one's got any trouble for it. 3. Clara gets them to stop the torture by projecting her mind into the poor girl's body and proving she has powers. But they should know about the powers if Clara gave them all the answers to the test. 4. If Clara didn't tell them, but instead put the knowledge into their minds without them knowing, then why are they scared about being informed on? As far as they're concerned, they didn't cheat. She then starts giving out answers to questions on another test that they're about to sit. So everyone will get 100% again, and I'm beginning to worry that the film might have just lapped itself.
ראשית, אתה לא נותן לאף אחד לצאת החוצה בזמן המבחן. בעיקר תיזהר מהנשים הקטנות, זה בדיוק הגיל שבו המיץ עולה להם לראש וכל ההתפרצויות ההורמונליות.
Someone check the girls' toilets. I'm pretty sure that guy installed cameras.
Well, movie, if you want people to see deeper meaning in your nonsense film, then I'd like to point out that they're both in a white corridor, wearing red and moving at speed, while talking about puberty, making these two a sentient, symbolic period. Anyway, I wonder if this school's regulation colour palette is a result of a demented psychological experiment. Look at it, painfully vibrant orange and sickly white. It's like they tried to turn my makeup into interior decoration and found out that they wasted the red paint on the principal's suit. They use bingo to choose the questions for the new test, and of course they're the ones that Clara predicted, so everyone's gonna get 100%. Then we're in the boys' toilets, and
משהו באמת מטריד אותך, אתה יכול לדבר איתי על זה, כי אתה יודע שאני לא מנהל קונבנציונלי.
Nope. No. Too many possible comments. I would be here all fucking day. Next scene.
if a fictional Israeli vomit gore movie appears, at least we'll know which fictional Israeli made it.
אני רוצה להגיד לכם משהו. בקרים, המקום הזה שקלרה באה ממנו, יש מלא תופעות על טבעיות.
Yeah, how else do you explain Boris Yeltsin? I saw a documentary about it. It was called Night Watch and had a woman who turned into a tiger.
יכול להגיד לכם שראיתי טוב מאוד איך מוניץ מסתכל עליה.
Kid? I've noticed how he looks at you all.
So happy that they won the great victory of the test or some such bullshit, they begin to drop plans for the next strike back against the man. The man being the school.
בא לי רעיון גדול. בוא נשרוף פעם את הבית ספר.
Dude, I know that burns would improve the decor and you just got away with setting fire there at least once, but that's still a big step. Can't you start off by burning a classroom and if it goes well, just let the fire spread? Oh wait, the soundtrack is saying something.
It's saying they really wanted something Jimi Hendrix-ish. They couldn't afford the rights. So they got a cameraman to fuck a heavily distorted guitar.
You know, out of all the teenage Israelis I've ever seen in my life, which is exactly the same as the amount I've seen in this film, she is the only one who's dressed like the Doctor. Come on, Israel, step up your game. So the long-haired one's in love with Clara, and this is clearly established by having the skinhead say so.
דיקל מאוהב בקלרה, ואני עליתי את זה כבר מזמן.
זהו העץ המערבי ביותר ביער. הוא נושא את הווירוס אפס.
Is this the only show on TV? I mean, I love swamp news with electrocuted Cher as much as the next person, but variety is the spice of Lionhead. Oh, fuck. Ugh. The principal and teacher have come to visit Clara at home.
אני הייתי רוצה קודם כל להבהיר דבר אחד, כל עוד אני נמצא פה, המקום הזה מוגדר כשטח שיפוט של בית הספר.
You aren't an embassy. Unless this is your attempt to get diplomatic immunity for whatever long list of shit you've done and are planning to do. Anyway, the teachers decided that the most logical explanation for the too-perfect test is that Clara's family stole a radio transmitter from the KGB, and she used it to tell the rest of her class the answers. And after a very long and meandering scene involving rice, maths and cake...
Stalin!
Clara's mum explains what's going on. Clara is psychic, like she was at that age, and will stop when she falls in love. Because all's fair in love and war, up to and including the suppression of mutant powers.
I'm sorry. I had to.
This isn't what I wanted.
So the asshole kids have burned the school statue, and it's nice to see that they took my advice and started small with the fire. Of course, the statue's so fucking ugly that the bigger crime is putting it out. Anyway, in between being creepy with Clara, the principal explains that he's been searching for someone he can fuck. I mean, reenact the Raspberry Reich with.
אני אהיה דנטון, ואת תהיי מריון של המהפכה.
They'll cut my head off and do topless paintings of you. It'll be so erotic. Vive la France!
Courage! Courage! A toujours courage!
Have you even established if he speaks French? The girl who played Clara is brilliant. She can do 500 million emotions and they all look the fucking same. Hey, what's on the binoculars tonight? Oh, just another seismology documentary and some porn. Boring. There's not even a frizzy-haired mad woman in that. The next day, shit just got real. Both the teacher and principal have changed their clothes.
יש תלמיד שהייתי עולה איתו על הבסטיל. זה התעתיק.
Oh, fuck, that's sad. I've never seen a sadder example of trying to be down on the kid's level. The principal is actually making the long-haired kid less popular just by being in his presence.
תיזהר ממנה, תיקני. תתרחק.
The teacher is making kids work out problems on the board to try and catch the cheaters or something. Clara's up there and has been given a trick question with no answer. After almost 2 minutes of watching her fail to answer, the film just tries to blow the school up with a volcano.
I hope that's the last time they film a Deathstalker sequel next to a fucking school!
And of course, right afterwards, one lucky student gets informed that they've been accepted into Halal Wart School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The rest of the class didn't even know they were Palestinian. It was nice of that volcano to try and drown out the school's colour scheme. Pity it didn't last. So we're about to find out way more about the teacher than even the principal wanted to know.
לקח אותי לבית זונות של ילדות בנות 14. הייתי עם 7 במכה. לא משנה.
If you add them together, that makes an 84-year-old, so that's probably fine.
He then explains that he and 59 other men took on chess master Bobby Fischer at chess at the same time, and he was the only one able to defeat him. Given how anti-Semitic Fischer was, the teacher's lucky he wasn't fed his own lungs. The principal sees his bullshit story and raises him another, that he fucked French singer Edith Piaf. This film is weird, it's got almost no attention span, it's got a weird plot, and every 10 minutes it abandons it for a different weird plot. A weird plot that, if you're lucky, has something to do with Clara. Clara, who I am guessing leapt into a time stream and saved everyone at every point in their lives. Just off screen.
Balayé, oublié.
Avec mes souvenirs.
Hey guys, does this shot have a point? Nah, that's the way we like it. They head to Clara's house where, with her mum's help, they valiantly try to find a point to the scene that they're trapped in. The dead antelope looks like it's barely keeping a straight face listening to this bullshit. Anyway, the subject of Clara comes up. As it does. Always. Eventually.
כשמסתכלים עליה, אי אפשר אף פעם לדעת על מה היא חושבת.
That's because she only has one expression. Dramatization. I'm Clara. I have powers. I have range.
Seriously, it's like trying to work out what a rock or Hugh Grant is thinking. So while this is going on, Clara's across town visiting the long-haired guy's dad. And the movie said that Clara hypnotizes people into dropping their guard around her, giving up their secrets and shit like that. Of course, because of how the film is written and acted, it also makes you wonder which of the adults is going to rape her first. Thankfully, all he wants from her is that night's lottery numbers.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And when we find out that almost literally everyone else in the town was told the winning numbers too, you'd expect the film to turn into the very end of Frankenstein. Or at the very least, a justified piece of arson in Clara's house. But no, because this is a very strange film.
Wait a minute.
It's a 4 million shekel payout. I don't know what that translates to, but they all seem to think it's a lot and there are 300 winners. They should all still make over 13,000 each. Oh no, it's terrible! I have over 13,000 additional shekels! I've outgrown my jacket made of money and my gold's so shiny it's keeping me up at night!
Fucking assholes. I don't need money.
שני מתאבדים כבר מאחורינו, קפצו אל מותם. עוד מעט יגיעו צוותי ההצלה עם השקיות השחורות.
And if they misplace them, they can borrow my outfit. Oh, it's the dad. Clearly, he's very angry that his dream of not having to do Chips reunion specials has been dashed. So, apparently, turmoil's happening now.
רק שתדע לך שהבעיה הכי גדולה שלנו זה שאתה לא יכול לעמוד בלחצים נפשיים. אתה בשואה היית מת מזמן.
Yeah? Well, you would have totally become a converso in medieval Spain and have your descendants be burned by the Inquisition. So, this guy worked out that this tree won't beat itself to death. And listen to the soundtrack.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been.
So the film seems to think that this is a good way to express to us that the long-haired guy and the skinhead are enemies now. This is how I express my disagreement with that idea.
What? That chimney? And somehow this still makes more sense than St. Clara.
They are so pissed off at the long-haired one that they've already hired his replacement. Oh, jeez. It's like they've been told to fight, but don't touch the water, dear, otherwise we'll need to dry you off before we can go again. Oh, no, the take's ruined. You might as well kill him and we'll start the film again. Nah, he's fine, not unconscious, can walk fine and is only barely damp. In most films, that'd be worth more than a one-line summary. The best thing about this shot is the sheer amount of things photobombing it. The tiger head, the antelope, Ayn Rand.
Truly, she was the most vicious animal of them all.
So the long-haired kid has a brief existential crisis when he sees that his mum has shorter hair than him. Black is white, long is short, and hair can be cut. His mind is more blown than it was after that crack with the bat. Anyway, young love relationship issues away!
כל הבנים אוהבים בה. רוזי, אסמה, עוזי ואדגר. אפילו דוב.
Even Dove? Jesus Christ, not fucking Dove. Anyone but fucking Dove. I mean, he's a... Yeah, I have no idea who that is, but, you know, he's probably an asshole. And gay.
Oh, Zed's Police Academy 2 car and angry kids with a baseball bat. If they weren't the least threatening gang since Return to Witch Mountain, this possibly couldn't end well. And how I wish this woman was the long-haired guy, trying out a new look.
תעלי פיה, אני אקח אותך לסיבוב בגן עדן.
Get in.
אולי תראי לנו מה את יודעת לעשות?
יש לך אולי שוקולד?
Oh, Mr. Ambassador, with this window display, you are really spoiling us.
Movie, the only way that counts is her showing off her talents. It's through her brainwashing him into breaking the law and possibly risking juvenile detention to get her a single Ferrero fucking Rocher.
Although I suppose it does technically count as her showing off her talents, it's just in a way that makes no sense. Which is in line with the rest of the film. Congratulations, movie, you are at least consistent with your senseless shit. I assume she brainwashed these people too, because there's no way that they're cheering for her, making him do something that the little prick would have done anyway. Oh look, they're ostracizing the long-haired kid for loving the girl that they all love. Hey, about the lottery, why doesn't Clara just predict the numbers and win herself? Literally nothing anyone does in this makes any fucking sense. Anyway, one hearty. Later, and they're a couple now. This causes controversy in the ranks.
אני רואה תיקל שלא הבנת את הרמז מאתמול. קוקסינלים לא יכולים להנהיג מהפכות, ואנחנו עכשיו בדרך למהפכה.
Heterosexuality is so gay.
קוקסינלים לא יכולים להנהיג מהפכות.
Says the guy who looks like he could lube his own head up and fuck himself with it. So Clara diffuses the situation by telling the skinhead that the girl in the flight hat loves him. He'll of course realize that he loves her, and that means he's gay. So he'll probably violently murder himself in a hate crime, before writing homophobic slogans around his body and his own internal organs.
It could happen. I've seen it happen. I've made it happen!
So to get them some alone time, Clara predicts an earthquake at midnight. And because this is pretty much a stoned version of Carrie, this is the side effect of turning the long-haired kid's dad into a free spirit and makes the skinhead in the flight hat take up smoking. With the town deserted, Clara's Uncle Elvis is taken to walking his goat, and holy shit, the principal has a suit that's not red!
איך קוראים לה... כלב שלי. כלב. כלב, כן. איך קוראים לו? יעל.
How nice. A sheepdog and a goat dog. And her Uncle Elvis is Russian. A red Elvis. I hope they talk about love pipes. Anyway, with the town empty but for the wandering crazies, they go to the cinema. After somehow putting the film on themselves because the town is supposed to be evacuated, they kiss. There's the earthquake, and Clara loses her powers because of love. Also, the film might have somehow turned into a Final Destination movie.
ארבע בסולם הריכטר. תכף נגמר.
I do not know what to make of this. Air Minion, make something of this.
With this? Well, I can make a hat. I can make a pretty brooch. I can make a pterodactyl.
Even with the weird films, I can usually get some sort of grasp on it, but this is just single-minded in being weird. Its approach to reality is consistently inconsistent. It's weird in the same ways over and over and over again, but in slightly different ways. I found it really hard to get a handle on it. It's Schrodinger's weirdness. The kids were fine when they bothered to act, the adults were uniformly weird, and the grimy realism of the locations juxtaposed with the oddness of everything else. It was a bit like a Jean-Pierre Jeunet film fucked a Ken Loach film. It seems to be good, but
I just can't seem to think of a point to any of it.
I could make shiny body armor out of it. It didn't work. Oh God!
Sorry, it had been a while since I did that on camera, so, hope you enjoyed that. File this movie under mildly perplexing. I'm Diamanda Hagan, and I have to live with that every single fucking day.